How's it? Hey, big mahalo to everybody that watched the original video I posted in late April about the Paul Reed Smith PRS Silver Sky. At that point, I'd only played it for about an hour and gave some initial impressions. So I just want to circle back. It's been not even 3 months. I've played this guitar for hours and have a little bit of an update. This video will be way shorter than the original one. So I'm not going to go over all the specs of the SE versus the American line, or the Silver Sky versus the American-made John Mayer model. Let's talk about the pros and cons. I'm really happy with the guitar. I explained that the neck is different on the SE than the American model. It really fits my hand great. This may be the easiest guitar I've ever owned, and I've owned lots of them over the years. The specs of the neck are available online. I've got all the specs printed out in the case it came with. But I'm going to look for the radius and the dimensions in the future, because like I said, this neck feels great in my hand. The tuning keys were much criticized. I've been extremely happy with them. There's no slop or slippage. They're some kind of synthetic material. They feel great. Been very happy. One of the other common criticisms is the cover on the truss rod being so bland. I don't care about that. Here's the distinctive cutaway on the bottom horn. I like it. I like it because it sticks out from a regular Strat. Certainly doesn't get in my way. Gives me a little freedom if I ever play up here. I talked about the jack input. I didn't understand how it was different from a Strat, but you can see it makes the cable stick out at a little higher angle, which is good for taking in and out. I don't use the straight cable. I use 1/4 inch. That's why I couldn't figure it out, because I use 1/4 inch because in my setup, if I use this cable and I put my guitar in my rack, the cable will bend. So I use the 1/4 inch. That's why I couldn't figure out how it was different. So looks great, feels great, plays great. My only criticism, and this is why I stopped owning Strats in the 90s and switched over to humbuckers and P90s, is because of the single coil. It's not this guitar per se, it's just the single coil. They're thinner, not as hot as a humbucker or P90. I'll put a couple of links to the recent videos where I'm playing this one. In particular, there's a cover of me playing Runaround by Blues Traveler, and I'm playing this alongside my Duesenberg Paloma, which I think you can see back there. And I had to crank the volume on this mix and EQ it, and when I hear it back, the Paloma is still kicking its okole. Obviously you can swap out the pickups, but I'm just talking about this particular model. 5-way selector switch, just like most Strats. I like them all. They all sound good. But again, the output is not as hot. Retails for $849. I explained how I was able to get it for half price through Sweetwater because I had some credit. But for $849 is not cheap. But I would say for somebody looking to step up in quality of a guitar and not spend $2 grand or $3 grand, this is definitely one to consider, and especially for somebody that's you know, might be intermediate. I would highly recommend this guitar. Easy to play, plug and play, sounds great. Yeah, would you have to crank the volume a little bit or EQ it a little differently to compete with a Les Paul or something? Yeah, probably, but definitely would recommend this. Plus, $850. You know, my Paloma literally costs 4 times that, and it's Paloma louder. Yes, is it have a distinctive sound? Yeah, but for that much money, it better. I'm very, very, very pleased with this. Okay, appreciate everybody watching and commenting, asking me questions. Hope you like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Aloha.